You're a producer. At some point in your life, you probably thought about making your own content, whether that be tutorials, breakdowns, cook-ups. And if you're thinking, no, I haven't.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Listen, it's the start of a new year. If you're still waiting for you to get better at production, more confident talking, or whatever random reason you've created to hold yourself back, stop it. Because your mind is always going to come up with more reasons. Start now and learn as you go along. No one wants to see a perfect finished product. They just want to connect with you, learn from you, or be entertained by you. You have to be prepared to be shit at something before you can be good at it. Let's take me, for example. I don't claim to be some kind of content god, but in terms of actually speaking to the camera and not looking like an awkward fuck, I've come a long way. Check out my first video.
If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. It helps me out with the algorithm.
Oh my God!
There's still time to private it. And if fear of judgment is holding you back, you're just gonna have to get over that, my guy. Just realize that you're doing something that they would not be willing to do themselves, because they're pussies. Anyway, that's enough of a pep talk for you. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how I personally create all of my own videos. But make sure you stick around till the end, because I'll show you how to make videos on a cheap budget setup, like I used to do myself. And also all the programs that you'll need. All right, now my setup isn't anything too crazy, but it's not the cheapest. All right, so this is what the setup's currently looking like. Pretty minimalistic, pretty basic. So for my camera, I use a Canon M50 Mk II. Has a nice little front-facing screen so you can see what you're doing. Oh my God, my hairline looks crazy. And I also use this 22mm lens. This is the lens that came with the camera. It's pretty decent. I use this when I film like studio vlogs and stuff like that. But this lens is just a bit nicer. It lets in a lot more light and gives that nice blur in the background of my videos. For my mic, I use a Rode GO that looks like this. But I bought a little lavalier attachment to it so I can just clip it onto my shirt and it's subtle, instead of having a fucking Minecraft block on my t-shirt. For my lighting, I've got this cheap as fuck ring light that I bought off of Amazon. It's pretty cool because it attaches to the desk and also has this little arm here so you can put your phone in it. And it's also got this little switch here that I can use to change the color of the light, dim it down, or brighten it. I think I paid about 10 bucks for it as well, but I'll link it in the description if I can find it. And on the right here, I recently just got this new light that attaches to the computer screen like so. It's just got a little hook here, so it just goes on like this. And like my ring light, on the back you can adjust the brightness, the tone of the light, all that kind of shit. I forgot the model of this light, but I'm either gonna link it in this video or just put it in the description, or do both. I also got this glowing LED pole thing. Don't ask me why I got it. I just think it looks cool, all right? Here's with my lighting and here's without. Looks like shit, doesn't it? Nice. Hey, if you guys are enjoying the video so far, consider dropping a like on the video and also subscribing because it helps push my videos out to more producers like yourself. And after you do that, I've got a little question for you. If you've wanted to start making content but you haven't started yet, what's been holding you back? Let me know in the comments. Now you can keep things simple and use a cheap, high quality webcam like this. Or if your laptop has one built in, you can use that too. And that also goes for the microphone. Like when I first started out, I copped this off of Amazon. It's a TONOR mic. And the quality was okay. It wasn't anything crazy, but it did the job. Or like I said with the webcam, you could just use the mic built into your laptop. I prefer using a microphone for obvious reasons. Or you can even just use your phone. A lot of phone cameras nowadays have great quality. Using a webcam will be easier for you when it comes to like screen recording and that stuff, but I'll show you why in a sec. First, let me show you how to do both. All right, since I got this cheap little rim light from Amazon, as I said, it has a nice little phone. As I said, it has a nice little phone holder here. So you can just put your phone in here to record yourself, adjust it. Now that I've got my phone here, I just hit record. Ooh, what a handsome young man. Then I'll fire up my screen recording software, which is OBS. Then I'll hit record as well. Then I'll go into FL and just find a loud sound. Then just click it a few times. This is to make sure that when I go to edit, I can sync up my screen record footage with my phone or camera footage. By this, I mean I can go to my footage where I can hear that sound, then drag it over my screen record, which also has that sound, and match it up. Hopefully that makes sense. Now you're only gonna need to do this if you filmed yourself from a device that's not plugged into your computer, which takes me to the next method, which is using your webcam. All right, so I've got my webcam set up. Now you can use any recording software you want. Personally, like I said, I use OBS because it's just the most straightforward to me. As you can see, it's a lot easier if you're using a webcam because you can just slot your footage over here, just move it around wherever you want it, and then just hit record. Now what I used to do when I recorded with a webcam and actually recommend doing is setting your OBS up so that it's recording your desktop screen and your webcam into separate files. That way when you're editing, you have more freedom to play around with the position of your camera or whatever you want to do really. I'd also recommend setting it up so the audio from your desktop and the audio from your microphone are all being sent to different channels. That way when you drag it into your editing software, your desktop audio is going to be on one channel, your microphone audio is going to be on another, so that you can have a bit more freedom when you're editing and adjust the volume of either. This video would get too long if I showed you how to set all of that up, so I've included videos in the description that you can use. But what I will do is show you all of my settings here that you can pause and screenshot. For editing, I use Adobe Premiere Pro. Not really gonna get into how I approach editing because that's an entirely different video on its own. But just keep editing videos and slowly you'll get better. So if you're ready to take the leap and start making content of your own, here's a couple personal tips that I'd give. If you have difficulty speaking and doing intros, just sit down and script what you're gonna say. I know it looks like all the people that you watch on YouTube have so much confidence and they never fuck up their words when they're speaking, but they do. In fact, this is the 6th time that I've fucking said this sentence. Whether you wanna make content for YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, batch record. By this I mean film multiple videos in a day if possible, or maybe just film multiple days in a row. This way, if anything comes up in your life, which will inevitably happen, you'll always be ahead of your content so you can carry on putting shit out while you deal with whatever you need to deal with. For example, last year I got Rona really fucking bad. So I sat there and it took me about 4 hours to record a 10-minute tutorial because I just spent the entire time coughing and sneezing all over myself. It was disgusting. Anyway, me personally, I try to be at least a week ahead of my content.